because the radiator's leaking. However, I'll show you what I did. Obviously topped up the header here, but I don't know if you can see down there the radiator at the bottom. I'll put two bungee cords around it, and what it's doing, it's holding the plastic onto the core at the bottom. That's where it was leaking, and these two bungee cords then held it, because this bit down here is rusted away at the bottom and it's leaking. Hi YouTubers, down the motorhome today, Herb, Travelt Express, Rambler GL, Auto Sleeper, and what I'm doing today, the sky's like this, it has been raining. I'm going to remove the radiator. I've not done one of those before, but it looks like, to make it easier, I'd be better actually moving the spare wheel, the air intake here, and the spare wheel bracket. So that's what I'm going to do. And there's a centre bolt here which holds the spare wheel hub in place and the spare wheel, and then there's 3 bolts to remove this sort of cradle for the spare wheel. So that's what I'm going to do next. That's the spare wheel cover pulled back, and there's the centre bolt which holds the spare wheel in, and this is a block of wood I'd turned because the original was plastic and it all disintegrated. So using the mole grips, I'll just undo that. It's generally not that tight. Okay, spare wheel is out, so I've got to undo that one, and there's 2 there, and this cradle comes out, and that will give me room to get down here. I thought there was actually 3 bolts, but there's 1 bolt there to get this bracket off the spare wheel, and a nut on there. The next job is to remove this air intake pipe, which is this one. I'm going to take that off completely. It goes onto the air box just there. I'm going to take that off, which is just a screwdriver, hopefully. Right, that's the air intake hose off, which is pretty good condition, which is good. So that leaves plenty of space down there now. Okay, so this is a radiator here. I don't think I need to remove the bonnet catch. Let's reconnect that. I have to disconnect that temporarily. I think these are the wires for the fans here. I need to cut some nylon tie wraps, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. Leave them in place. So what holds the radiator? 2 bolts, I think, and the water hoses, which is going to be a bit of a sod to get off. Not sure how these work. I might have to cut them. Don't know, I've never seen those like that before. Interesting. See if there's a way of getting them off. Looking at the wires. Oh, what the bloody hell that is. Even where it goes. Yeah, an odd wire there, don't it? Right. Let's see if we can get the hoses off. Oh, okay. I have to disconnect that one at the engine end, I think. I think there's a little nut there, I'm not sure. Right. I'm waffling now. Let's have a go. I've got the top hose off. You can imagine the water everywhere. And the wiring, I'm trying to film. There's a single wire there. I don't really know what it does. And there's another one there. And then there's two fans on this. So I'm going to disconnect them. So this single one is just to the red one there. Then you've got a blue and a white one go on that junction. And then the two thicker ones are the actual motors or the fans. But I'm going to leave them on the radiator if I can. Oh yeah, and then there's a wire down here, which is the thermostatic switch, which has actually got 3 connections. Bit unusual. Right, let's disconnect the wiring and see what happens. Disconnecting all the electrical wires, such for the motors, the fan motors, was a pig because they're corroded, and also the thermostat ones were corroded. Anyway, I got them apart. The problem I'm having now is getting this hose off here. It's got a funny hose clip on it, and I don't know whether I can just break it off. I don't know. This one, could try and disconnect it there. So these hoses are pretty good condition, so I'm leaving them well alone. But yeah, see if I can break the clip off or something. These clips are an absolute bastard to get off. Because the way they're put on, I think they're the original ones. And yeah, so as far as I know now, it's just that bolt there and that bolt there, and the whole radiator should come off. Well, I'll give it a go. I didn't mention what tools you need for the job. Pair of mole grips, 13mm spanner, 13mm socket, and a wrench, ratchet wrench. A couple of pair of pliers to really pull the connectors apart. A pair of electrical snips to snip these horrible hose clips. And it should lift out now. It should. And I don't know if I can show you me doing it because I've got to get it past this wire. But we'll have a go and see. Hit a snag. I think I've got to remove the bonnet catch. So what I've done, I've marked it with a marker pen so I can get the alignment right, because this can be a bit tricky. So I'm going to do that and move this out of the way. And it might be easier if I took the fan off, put the fan on later. I don't know. We'll carry on and see how we go. But you'll need a 10mm spanner to remove this. Right, got it off. It's a two-man job to get it off, to be honest. I struggled. I scratched the front of it, but the radiator's knackered anyway. Where I caught it on the bottom, see that scratch there is where I caught it on the bonnet catch, where the bonnet catch is. And so next time when the new one comes, I shall put the fans on last. Yeah, that's the best thing I think I can do. Right. Okay, I think that's about it. I'll just show you the engine compartment. It's a big space now. It's a big blooming radiator on these. Yeah, I'm just going to show you the bonnet catch, what I did. Now you can see I've got some blue marking there, and that shows where the washers are, so that I can get that bonnet catch back on now, and it'll be not jam or anything like that, because I've had it jammed before. Right, let's see what we can do now. What a pig! Can't get these undone, so I don't know how you get them off in situ. Anyway, bonnet shut, time to head home. That's enough for the day. I think the fans are the same. I've now got the radiator home in the shed, and the top two bolts here are easy to come off for the fan, but these are rusted solid, so I might have to cut them off. The same for that fan, and I've removed the rubber bushes that go on the bottom, which are there, and I've got to remove the rubber like grommets at the top, there and there, and then I've got to remove the thermostat switch for the fans. And, yeah, and this is where it's gone. Oh, you can see down there, this metal's rusted away there, and it's opened the gap up there. So when I put the bungee cord on there and pulled this that way, that stopped it from leaking. So that was a good bodge of mine, and it done the job. One thing you need to remember is to take these rubber things off these, changing the radiator. You need to keep them, and you need to remove the thermostat switch here and these rubber things that go in here. And the best way to remove them is to knock the brass sleeve out first, and then you can squidge the rubber in with some needle pliers like this and twist it, and it will start going through the hole. You see it's going down. It's a bit difficult one-handed, but I'm sure you'll get the idea. Right, to cut these bottom ones off, they're metal clips that go in there, and they're rusted in, which is an absolute pain, and so I've had to use the angle grinder to cut them out like that. Anyway, I'll call it quits for the day. I think I said that earlier. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, and there'll be a part 2 regarding the radiator change.